Peace, family. It's your brother Chase back at you again with another reactionary video. And this time we're gonna be reacting to a Caribbean woman out of NYC. So y'all know this gonna be good. You know this is gonna be good, and you know it's gonna be a lot of teaching, a lot of straightening from this video. Whenever you hear Caribbean in New York, African in New York, you know it's gonna be good, family. But she's gonna be just saying some things that we need to debunk, we need to address, because it is very dangerous to spread these types of rumors and lies. But with that being said, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let's jump into the video and let's get it.
To all the transplants, leave New York City. It's no reason why y'all are complaining about Caribbean music being played when Jamaican, Haitians, and Trini run majority of this city. And the
Oh man,
Dominicans. I'm not gonna forget the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans too. Get out of here. Because there's no reason why I should be seeing on Twitter people complaining about Caribbean music at a party in New York. I don't know if I'll remember, but this city is literally the Caribbean.
Lord, family. All right, let's get some little straightening in. It's funny how these folks run everywhere but they homeland. Huh? How the hell you gonna run an American city but you couldn't run your homeland? You ran from it. That's what she might have meant. That's what she might have meant, family. She might have meant them Caribbean folks. They ran from their homeland. They're runners. I think that's what she was talking about, family. I know she ain't talking about how they run an American city. What do Caribbean folks run in New York? Okay, let's be clear. A lot of these folks, they come over and they think. Shout out to brother Tariq Nasheed, because he said this once upon a time. He said that a lot of these black immigrants, what happens is they get into close proximity with black Americans. They start developing a significant population around black Americans, and they start to soak up our cultural influence and then try to pass it off as their own. Okay, these folks ain't running nothing in New York City. Okay, they couldn't even run their homeland. They just simply ran to New York City. Let's be clear, family. The cultural fingerprint of New York, what makes New York cool, whether it was the hip hop that foundational black Americans created through our art forms, taking that the break beats, taking the graffiti, taking the MCing, taking the break dance, and that foundational black Americans had within our culture, and taking it up to places like the Bronx and creating this global art form. The cool factor of the Dapper Dans who came up there with the fashion. Understand this, okay? The brothers like Bumpy Johnson who was standing up to the mob and other places like that. Everything that's cool, everything that's significant about New York City as far as it pertains to black people comes from foundational black Americans. All right? You're just in proximity. And a lot of these people they equate proximity with cultural relevance. You can have a million damn Jamaicans in New York. Don't mean Jamaican is the dominant influence in New York. No, you're just around. You're just around. And all the so-called cool Jamaicans, like a Cool Herc, he was cool because he was seen as Americanized. That's according to him. When Cool Herc, brothers like that, came up to New York and they started DJing, they said, hey, man, I couldn't play Jamaican music. I couldn't play Caribbean music. Okay, I had to start playing American music. I had to start playing James Brown. I had to start playing the Isley Brothers and other people. I had to start being Americanized in order to be seen as cool. Okay, it's always been like that. And it's still like that because that's what she's complaining about. She's complaining that, oh, why y'all complaining about Caribbean music? Nobody wants to hear that shit. Okay, especially not at Black American events. Okay, because we're going to see a lot of that coming up in the next few weeks. A lot of my Black New York family, and put a Statue of Liberty in the comment section if you're a foundational Black American and you're from New York. A lot of them had been complaining about on Juneteenth, a lot of these Juneteenth events, they try to merge it and turn it into some type of Pan-African Caribbean Day. Okay, these folks are always tethering on to what we do and then want to turn around and tell us we have no culture and how they're the ones really running stuff. Okay, we got to start checking this nonsense, and salute to y'all, because this next video is her. She's kind of trying to backtrack, acting like Black Americans are attacking her because they've been on her bumper. Let's continue.
Get out of here, please. Yo, Black Americans, can you chill in my comments? Like, I never dissed y'all.
Salute to the family for getting on her.
I never disrespected y'all. I said, how do you want to hear Plies in a city where you hearing Bad Bunny on the streets in the Bronx? Like,
family, let's be clear, because a lot of these tethers, they do this. They sit up here and disrespect us. They sit up here and talk about how they're running the city. They sit up here and talk about, not her in particular, about how we have no culture. These are common talking points from the Caribbeans in New York and other places. And then like to play the victim when we get on their ass. Okay? When you sit up here and start talking about you're running something, how it's Caribbean culture, we own New York pretty much and shit like that, that's disrespectful to the foundation of Black Americans who helped to pave the way for your ungrateful ass to get there. Okay? Let's be clear. So don't try to play victim now. Don't try to play victim now. Also, I told you a lot of things they try to do. She's trying to play the whole bad faith comparison. They love to take what they think is a mediocre or middle of the road Black artist and compare it to somebody who is Caribbean, who is way up here. So she's talking about Plies and Bad Bunny. Why didn't you say Beyonce and Bad Bunny? Okay? Why didn't you say Kendrick Lamar and Bad Bunny? Why are you talking about Plies? You see what I mean? Why are you talking about Plies? And if foundational Black Americans want to hear Plies over Bad Bunny, it's because they can more relate to the cultural influence that Plies is talking about. Plies is a foundational Black American. Okay, let's be clear. I bet you more foundational Black Americans know more Plies songs than Bad Bunny. Nobody really knows Bad Bunny like that. Yes, he's an international success, but in foundational Black American households, I've never heard nobody say, play that, put on that Bad Bunny. I've never heard nobody say that, family. And even Bad Bunny, family, the funny thing about it, even people like Bad Bunny are people who cosplay our culture, family. For the people who don't know, Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican rapper. This is a picture of Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican rapper. And this is from the Grammy Awards website. And this just shows you our cultural influence. He's from Puerto Rico. It says the Puerto Rican rapper born Benito Antonio Martinez is taking on the world by storm with his punctuating deep voice, playful style, and ultra catchy brand of Latin trap, a Spanish language take on Atlanta-born trap music. Now, I'm gonna just let that sink in. Okay, so the person she's talking about, oh y'all, nobody wants to hear Plies over Bad Bunny. Nigga, nobody wants to hear nobody who's cosplaying our music. We have the real thing, queen. Okay? Bad Bunny is doing a knockoff version of Atlanta Trap. He's doing a Spanish version of Atlanta Trap. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear. We want to hear the real thing. Now, maybe over in Latin America, because he could put a Latin spin on it, they want to hear it. But New York, last time I checked, was in America. Okay? This is the home of the real thing. Not saying New York City, but America in general is home to the real trap music. Okay? Even the people they try to compare us to are doing a knockoff version of what we created. So stop. Stop.
in a city where you hearing Bad Bunny on the streets in the Bronx. Like, stop chatting in my comments. This is not a diaspora war.
It is a diaspora war, family, because you started this shit. You started this shit. You came on here jumping, talking about how y'all run stuff. Imagine foundational Black Americans moving to any Caribbean island, getting there, cosplaying as the native islanders, taking their culture, their influence, and then turning around and talking about how we run the shit. And then start talking about some more, this is not a diaspora war. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm saying, if majority of this city is Caribbean, expect to hear that music. If you want to hear the country music, if you want to hear the southern music, go down south, go to the millennial spots, go to the 35 plus club spots that's playing Plies.
No, Queen. No. We are foundational Black Americans. We are allowed to go anywhere in America as we see fit. If your ass want to hear Caribbean music, take your ass to the Caribbean. How about that? We don't have to go anywhere. We're in the country our ancestors are buried in the soil in. We are in the country that we built and we created. Okay? Let's be clear. We don't have to go anywhere. You in New York City. If you want to hear Caribbean music, if you want to talk about an actual country that y'all run or actual place that y'all run, take your ass down to the Caribbean. Take your ass down to the Caribbean. Okay? Don't let these folks sit up here and start running y'all out of New York City and all this type of, oh, you need to go to the South. No, you need to go back to your homeland. Welcome to America.
And this is not even shade to Plies. He's catching strays, but who's asking for Plies? Who's requesting for Plies in the spot? Are you guys okay? Okay, this is gonna be my...
All right, and now she makes another video, okay? Because I told you these folks feed off of our energy. They love diaspora wars. They like to try to act like they don't like them. They love diaspora wars.
Last video because I enjoyed debating y'all, but I'm just...
Right. I enjoy diaspora wars.
Like done because it's not that serious. But this right here.
Okay, and for those who can't see it, let me and so I could blow it up, family, but basically the comment that she's responding back to is a foundational Black American pretty much saying, man, listen, I just want y'all to go home and build y'all homeland. Okay, y'all talking about the city that y'all run, and it's not even in the Caribbean. Okay, go back to the Caribbean, build them roads, build them schools, and build up your homeland. Okay, that's basically what the comment is saying, and she's responding back to that now.
Be the same flesh. Auntie, it's no shade to you, but I don't know if you know, we the same flesh. We the same skin tone. I don't know why when it comes to diaspora wars, it kind of pulls out like that racist rhetoric.
Family, I think these people, they love gaslighting. Now we the same flesh. We want the same flesh when you were sitting up here talking about how the Caribbean, you made sure you delineated us for that. How the folks from the Caribbean run New York City. We want the same flesh then. How nobody wants to hear no Plies. I guess Plies wasn't the same flesh. But now niggas is on your ass. Now all of a sudden we the same flesh. Here comes that we all Black again. Here comes, it ain't no different, but where the slave ship dropped us off at. Here comes that talk. Here comes that babble. Okay, I keep telling you, these folks, they flip-flop their narratives and their ideologies as they see fit. One moment, they're just Caribbean. The Caribbean people are so great. The Caribbean people are running everything. They built everything. They've done everything, and they're doing better than us. The next moment, we all Black. When we start getting on their ass and really getting on what influence they have and what are they really running, when we start challenging those points, then all of a sudden, hey, man, we all Black. Hey, when the moment we tell them, hey, since you can build something, since you're running a foreign city, go run your homeland. Hey, we all Black. Stop it, man. Stop it.
That certain individuals have placed upon us that now we're repeating to each other, that repeats this toxic mindset. We all came from one continent.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Were brought here and splattered all over the world. Splattered all over the world. Some of us ended up in Jamaica. Some of us ended up in America. If you wanted to get dual citizenship in a country, you could. It's easy. So just like you telling me to go back to my country, you could get citizenship in the country too. Like, why are y'all taking offense to something so simple?
What is she talking about, family? What is she talking? She's all over the place. Y'all telling me go back to my country? Well, you could get dual citizenship in my country too. You know what she's trying to say? She's trying to say foundational Black Americans, if I got to go back, y'all need to come back and build my country too. That's what she's trying to say. Okay, but a real roundabout babbling type of way. You dig? But man, listen, man, this has been a video, family. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, family, I seen some comments in the comment section on my last videos First of all, thank you for the love and support you guys been showing. But we had a couple tethers in the comments section saying stupid stuff. A lot of people talking about I'm just a YouTuber. I don't think a lot of people know some of my background. I am a published author. I have over 20 books that I have written. I've been featured in films like American Maroon. I'll be in the new Hidden Colors 6 coming out soon. I believe that's coming out later on this year, possibly early next year. So I am an accomplished man in my own right. I run several social media pages with over 800,000 followers, including the Foundational Black American page, which has over 55,000 followers. So I am an accomplished individual, and I do know what I'm talking about as it pertains to the history of Foundational Black Americans with Black people globally. I also write about Black people globally, and I put the same respect on their culture, their lineage, their customs, their traditions that I wish that they would put on ours. With that being said, click that link in the bio. I have a link on Amazon to my books. I'm running a special sale on my 19 white men who admitted there were indigenous Black people in America. Volume 2 is only 99 cents on Kindle. It's only $1 family. So make sure you get the book. And once you get it, make sure you leave a review. But until next time, you know what it is, man. Peace and Black power. I'm out.